Racing out at Kenilworth on Saturday the 24th of April. This is the GGGaming preview, and a reminder that you do get a double stretch with the best bet and the best value bet we offer on the show. Let's go straight into race number one. This is the Welcome to Cape Racing Maiden Plate for fillies and mares over 1,200 metres. And here my first choice is going to be number 8, Long White Cloud. Great debut, really did show that a horse that does have potential and obviously a lot of scope to improve. I think this one's going to really improve, and I think does look to be a really nice opener. And one of the better bets on the card is number 8, Long White Cloud. For second, I'm going with the 11, Quick Breeze. Showed nice improvement last start out. I think there'll be more improvement to come. Definitely warrants inclusion for the exactors. And for third, I'm going with the 2, Hot Marmalade. Also showing nice improvement, and a little bit more improvement could make this one competitive as well. So 8, 11 and 2 for race number 1. Let's move on to race number 2, the tabonline.co.za merit rated 80 divided handicap for fillies and mares. And here I'm going to go with number 4 as my first choice, Winter Fury. She's quick. She was a little bit disappointing last time out. I really did think she would win her last start, and she didn't run a bad race, but it doesn't really appear to be her true form. If she does bounce back to her true form, I think she's going to be a very hard horse to beat. So she definitely comes into the race with a decent chance. For second, I'm going with number 2, Granny's Moon, a nice winner of her last start. And again, there could be any amount of improvement to come. And there has been a couple of form lines that have franked that win, and I do think she's going to be very competitive in this type of contest. For third, I'm going with number 1, II. Ultra consistent, always there or thereabouts, and you can't leave this one out of the play. Will be involved in the finish as well. 4, 2 and 1, the selections for race number 2. Let's move on to race number 3, and this one is the Bon Voyage Heather Hildick, a merit rated 97, a divided handicap for fillies and mares. And here, interesting race, a trappy fillies and mares handicap. I'm going to go with number 4 to win it though, Walk of Fame. Progressive, ran a nice race last time out. I was impressed with that performance in that type of company, and I think she could be the right one. For second, I'm going to go with number 1, Fool's Dancer. She's ultra consistent as well. She just does not know how to run a bad race, and I think she'll be involved. And then for third, I'm going with number 5, Marmalisa. Nice run, been gaining confidence and looks to be on the upgrade, and I think could certainly show more improvement today as well. 4, 1, 5, the numbers for race number 3. Let's move on to race number 4, www.caperacing.co.za, merit rated 80 handicap, 1,600 metres the trip, and here I'm going to go with number 5, Flying Grace, and this one is going to be my best value bet. So Flying Grace comes in best value. It's been running really well. It's been running against some tough opposition and doesn't really disappoint. I think this is the type of field that Flying Grace can get back into the winner's enclosure, and I do think his odds are fairly generous. For second, I'm going to go with number 2, Path of Choice, also holding form, also been really consistent of late, and again can make a claim in this type of company. For third, I'm going to go with number 7, Divergent, and it was a nice winner of the maiden. Looks to be quite scopy and looks to have some improvement to come still, and another one that you can make a case for your trifectas and exactors. Race number 4, the numbers then 5, 2 and 7. Let's move on to race number 5. Now race number 5 is the Computer Form Online merit rated 94 handicap over 1,600 metres, a nice field of runners this, and here I'm going to go with number 6 to win it, the Second Wave. He's a gallant horse. He really does have a lot of heart, and this is the type of trip that he could really show his best form once again. I think he's going to be better suited to this type of trip as well, and I think he's going to be right there involved in the finish. So he comes in as my first choice. For second, I'm going to go with number 1, Arctic Drift. Also been in solid form, hasn't really run a bad race, and again you can make a case for him competing and being competitive once again. For third, I'm going to go with number 7, All Lit Up. This is a better trip for him as well, and I do think you'll see nice improvement coming from him. If he brings his A game, he's a runner here as well. You probably want to go a little bit wider in this race. You can make a case for a few others, but 6, 1 and 7, the selections for race number 5. Right, let's move on to the first of the features in the afternoon. It is the first leg of the Winter Series, and this is the 1,600 metre event for fillies. It's called the Sweet Chestnut Stakes. It's a listed event over 1,600 metres, and probably the best bet on the card comes here in the form of Cha-Ching. She's been running at Group 1 level. This is definitely a race that she's got the ability to win, and I think she is going to be very difficult to oppose. She comes out as the best bet on the card for us, and you do get that double stretch with GGGaming. For second, we're going to go with number 3, Lemon Delight. Also consistent. She's also been competing at the highest level in terms of fillies and mares races, and she comes in here with a decent rating, and she could also make a case for coming out on top. So she's my firm second selection. For third, I'm going to go with number 6, Pink Tourmaline. Probably wanting a little bit further, but she is game, and we have seen how consistent she is, and you can make a case for her being right involved as well. Competitive race, but Kaching looks to me the one that they're all going to have to beat. Right, let's move on to race number 7. This is the Variety Club Mile, also Group 3, and 1600 meters is the trip. This is the boys' version of the first leg of the winter series. For first, I'm going to go with the Justin Snaith trained number 6 Warrior. I think this is a smart horse in the making. He's got the potential to go through all 3 legs. This might be the sharpest leg for him, but I think he's going to be a game horse, and he's one that you can follow through the series. I really do fancy his chances here, and I make him a betting proposition. For second, I'm going to go with the stable companion number 1 Hoodspruit. He's well in at the ratings here. If you have a look, he's going to be at the top of the merit ratings, and he's also been competing in all the main feature races and hasn't been disgraced at all. Definite contender for top honours, but I do think he might finish behind his stable companion. For third, I'm going to go with the 8 horse, that is Marina. Now this is an interesting runner. Now this is the filly taking on the boys version, and maybe found it might just be a slight bit easier than maybe going against some of the colts or separating some of the horses. But she definitely has the credentials, and she's got the pedigree to boot, and she could make her presence felt as well. Race number 7 selections, 6, 1 and 8. 8th and final race on Saturday the 24th, and here my first choice is going to be number 2 Wolfman. Another one from the Justin Snaith yard. Nice opportunity here. Does look to be improving and does look really progressive and scopy too. He's going to be a firm first choice of mine, and I think he could well be worth a bet as well. For second, I'm going to go with number 7 Ticket to Ride. Much improved form recently, and on that type of performance he could make his presence felt, and he could run into the money. And then for third, I'm going to go with the 3 horse Benjamin. Also has been there or thereabouts and won't be disgraced in this type of company either. 2, 7 and 3, the numbers for race number 8. Right, let's take you through the place accumulator numbers for our Saturday meeting. I'm going to go with 2 and 4 in the opening leg. 2 and 4 by 1 and 4, by 2 and 5, by 1, 6 and 7, by banker 1, by 1 and 6, by banker 2. That's the place accumulator. Pick 6 numbers. I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, by 2, 5 and 7, by 1, 2, 4, 5 and 6, by 1 and 3, by 1, 6, 7 and 8, and the last leg 2, 3 and 7. Enjoy racing out at Kenilworth on this Saturday. It is the first leg of the winter series. Some nice racing up for grabs, and reminder that you do get a double stretch with our best value bet, which is Flying Grace, and our best bet Kaching. Those offers only offered by GGGaming.